As an entrepreneur, it is very important to identify a customer requirement which they are ready to buy. And once we identify a requirement, then we need to understand whether the customer is willing to buy it as a service or as a product, rather, what is the budget they have. And once we know these things, then we can put in place a business model around it, and then we can start our business. So when we initially started, we identified our main strengths to be embedded systems, networking, and industrial automation. So we met a lot of customers, and then we presented them that okay, this is a newly formed company, and these are our skill areas, and we asked them an open question on where they can use our services. So as we met a lot of customers, we were able to identify four broad categories, and we were able to list the four categories, and we identified one among them to be more repetitive, and almost every customer had a pain point in that particular requirement. Then we decided to participate at a trade fair, and we presented all the four ideas and the product concepts we have. And as many people visited our stalls, we were able to gather more information about the market requirements. And this paved our way for writing our business plan towards building a solution which was packaged as hardware and software and some services. See, being a first generation entrepreneur, our route had to be uh, through references, and we met a few companies who know us by means of our past experience or by means of our other friends in the industry. And as we identified our requirement, like we know that one of our prospective customers will ideally suit the product that we are going to build. Then we met them and we explained the entire concept and how we would like to work together with them to build the prototype. And so it is very essential to ensure that you have a good first customer who's supporting you a lot and encouraging you a lot, and who's in a position to explain you his pain points, and he has to really spend some time with you, and you have to spend a lot of time with them to understand their pain points. So this is how we started. Like, we had identified, shortlisted one main customer as, okay, this is where we are going to put the product first. And also, like, we, on the other side, in terms of the product, we had a clearly defined business plan on how big the market size is and how many customers we can finally address. But first things first, so we had to build the product first, and it has to reliably work in a customer environment for a sufficient period of time before we can take it to the broader market. So there were essentially two parts of the business plan. One is, what is the bigger idea and the bigger goal, and what is the short-term goal, and how much time do we need to keep one customer happy. And as we tried this, we made sure we wrote a detailed specification. So we sat with the customer and said, okay, this is what my product is going to do, and you're going to buy it as a product, and this is what you will get. And they signed off and said, okay, do this, and I think we'll be happy with this. So then, for an electronic product with some complexities on the software and networking side, we would say, to address the requirements of our first customer, we took about 6 months. This included the entire prototyping phase, the validation, and the development cycle. Of course, we had the luxury of having a critical team size. On the other hand, once you prove it to one customer, to actually roll out and make it bigger, 6 months is really not sufficient. You need to work on it in a 2-year plan or something like that. Also, when you build a business model, we need to know what is it we are looking at. So, right, say for example, if I'm going to deliver a service, my break-even point is going to come a little earlier. But then in terms of scalability, I need to have a definite plan on how I'm going to train my manpower and how I'm going to deploy it. If it's a product, then definitely there is a lead time to build a product. So a good product ready for rollout typically takes about 2 years. So in the 2 years, you need to plan how to survive, and you need to know how you're going to keep your personal life intact and how you're going to concentrate on your activities. And you need to know how you are going to plan your business expenses, how to keep costs low is one of the main things we have to plan. And also, like, by the time the product gets completed and it's ready for market, we need to have a very clear plan on how we are going to price it. Typical approach we see in the Indian market is, okay, fine, the material cost of building this product is X, so I sell it at 2X. But this is really not the right way to do it. In fact, when we sat together at the end of 1 year,